Wammo breakfast.
Yes, time now here on Kiwi is 8:44. Well, as we know, New Zealand's driving statistics, road death statistics, are not good. And it's something that, of course, the government has been concentrating on for many years now. But there's also private companies trying to keep people safe on the road as well. Sharpdrive is one of these companies. And they've just come out with a new innovative e-learning product online at sharpdrive.co.nz. And Keith Redit from Sharpdrive joins me in the Kiwi studio. Hello, Keith.
Good morning.
Good morning. Now, you guys have been around a lot longer than, of course, the web's been around.
Yes, absolutely. We as a company have been involved in health and safety since 1992 in regards to the Health and Safety Employment Act. And, of course, a vehicle is a place of work under the Health and Safety Act. And we've had a lot of requests from different companies and people that we need to look at the training of our drivers, both in the corporate world and as well as in the private world.
Now, is this quite different to, say, defensive driving?
Yes, it is. It's e-learning is online. And it's looking at the attitude of the drivers out there and on the roads today, and it's the attitude that we feel that we need to address in changing the statistics out there.
Now, so it's not just about people speeding. I hear that inattention is one of the biggest problems.
Yes, the largest causes of accident is inattention, and often that's in the 5 miles radius or K radius of your home or business. And so we look at the whole area of inattention in regards to scanning the road, in regards to your attitude while you're driving, and your road rage, your drugs and alcohol.
Gosh, when you do think about it, there's so many things that do come into play, isn't there? There's also the distractions inside the car, but also what's your temperament, really,
absolutely,
as well.
Yes, and your use of mobile phones in cars is another big one. The understanding of how the car works, in regards to your tyres and your seat belts and your airbags. Understanding your responsibility in regards to when you approach, intersections. And that whole area of attitude.
It's almost getting to the psychology of driving.
Absolutely. And the interesting thing about e-learning is that when you're doing e-learning, you're learning at your own pace. You're not in a classroom environment where you're all forced to learn at the pace of the tutor or what have you. But on e-learning, you're going through the process on all the different subjects in regards to driving, but you are learning your own pace, and it's been proven that in doing that, you're retaining a lot more of the knowledge in regards to.
But how does that work? Because there's nothing like, of course, getting behind the wheel and getting trained that way. So how does the the website and the e-learning product how is it better or the same?
Well, it doesn't replace obviously practical driving and learning to drive from a practical point of view.
Yeah.
But it's really making sure the person understands their responsibility as a citizen on the New Zealand roads, understanding their legal responsibility in driving a car, understanding all the facets that comes into driving, all the areas that are important, and appreciating that you are in a vehicle that can kill.
The stats, of course, are worse for younger people, aren't they?
Yes. Well, it was just reported by the New Zealand Transport Agency that road crashes are the single biggest killer of 15 to 19-year-old New Zealanders.
It's not chronic, is it? It's road crashes.
That's dead right. Yeah. It's crashes. And, the government's doing a lot of good in regards to their Safer Roads campaign and looking at the safety of roads, but that is not changing the attitude of the drivers. And what this program is doing is looking at the attitude of the drivers and looking at making sure they understand the full responsibility they have in getting behind a wheel.
So apart from, businesses making sure their fleets are safe, how do you get individuals to do programs like this?
Well, this is the whole point of our campaign. We're on a crusade. We feel that we have a tool that can address the road statistics, and by doing this campaign, we're hoping that parents of young children, kids, adults, will see the benefit of doing what they can in every area of training their children in regards to driver training and driver safety out on the roads.
Should it be compulsory?
Well, that's a very good question. Yeah, of course, I would like to say yes.
Yeah.
Because I think as part of the training of drivers is that when you go for your license, you should be sitting something like this as part of the of getting your license.
Yeah,
I definitely agree with that.
Is it inexpensive?
Well, that's a good thing about e-learning, of course. We're only talking about $119, including GST, to have a full online training program, and that's very little to pay for the safety of your children on the road.
And do you get a sort of a personal is there a personal touch in there as well, through the site?
Yes, absolutely. As you go through the program, it's quite humorous. It not only takes you through each different subject, and there's 20 subjects in the whole course. After every module, there is a test you have to sit.
Right.
So it's not only are you visually looking at it and you're hearing it, but you're also kinesthetically having to sit and do a test. And you can't go on to the next module till you get 100% right in that particular module.
So can it be done while while you have your learner's license, while you're actually learning the physicalities of driving? Can it be done then and also later on in your driving career?
Absolutely. The actual course you get for the public, you get it for 120 days, so you can revisit it as many times as you want in that time period, and you can be doing 1 or 2 modules a day. You can go through the course. The other big area that we've done a lot of research on is brain memory recall.
Right.
And the whole thing, because you're activating the 3 senses, it's really getting into the subconscious mind. And we've had so many people come back to us and say that when we're out on the road, we are recalling what we have learnt in this module, and it's actually changing our attitude. Just one example, for example, when you're looking at the driver position, you've got a whole module of how to set up your position as a driver when you get into a car. Yeah. And I don't know how many people have said just little things like that. I've never realised how to set up the mirrors to get the best view of what's behind you and your blind spots and all that sort of thing.
Because most people kind of look at it and then they sort of guess, oh, that's probably about right.
That's right. No, and it's a good thing if you're the only driver in that car. Obviously, you've got it set up properly. But it's important you check it and make sure that you are in the right position to learn to drive, or even to drive, in the vehicle. And so this takes you through all those practical areas on how to drive and set up and be safe on the roads.
All right. Well, the website is sharpdrive.co.nz. If you know someone in your life, or you know yourself, that you might need to revisit your driving skills, and certainly someone definitely learning to drive as well, this could be really, really useful. Keith Redit from Sharpdrive has been joining me in the Kiwi studio. Thanks very much.
Thank you. Appreciate the opportunity.